I had no reason to deny her request. Shiona saved me. She gave me name. She's basically your owner, you know. But was there anything I could do for her? Maybe you can accompany her because she's so alone. She just said so, you know. I wanted to give something back to her. If my being here could be in any way, pay her back. Alright, thank you, Shiona. I will do just that then. Shiona's expressions had suddenly relaxed.
嬉しいな。とってもとっても嬉しいな。心の中が
What the
丸
hell
く
is
て
with orange?
オレンジ色だよ。
Orange. It feels round and orange. Taking my left hand, Shiona shook it over and over. Left.
よろしくね。これからとってもとってもよろしくね。
This is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. I saw Shiona smile up close. I realized that I wanted to be able to see that smile close by all the time. Nice. I felt like I could watch her smile forever. But to that end, there was something I wanted to do. Specifically to return my emotional function to normal. That was necessary in order to be a partner. But even more than that, I stared at Shiona's face. Upon it was the emotion I wanted most. Absolutely had to obtain that emotion, and I wanted to help keep Shiona smiling always. I made my decision in secret. Oh my god, ako ba yun? Is that me? Okay, that's my stomach. Suddenly, my stomach rumbled. This was natural since I hadn't eaten anything after running out of oral nutrient blocks.
もしかしてお
Yes, I
腹空い
remember.
てる？
Yes. Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything for a long time.
そっか。お腹ペコペコだと気分が青くなっちゃうよね。
Okay.
わかるわかる。
So you use color to convey something, or to describe something. My feelings turned blue. I had no knowledge of such an expression. Perhaps it was a manner of speech unique to her. I was at a loss for words. Shiona took my hand.
任せてレイ。私が美味しいものをご馳走するよ。気分がオレンジ色になるものをね。
Okay. Leave it to me. I'll get something nice and tasty for you. It'll have this feeling all orange. So orange is the happy, I think. Happiness is orange. Blue is sadness, maybe. We left the chapel with Shiona pulling me by the hand. Going down a white hallway, she led me to the kitchen. A delicious smell from origins unknown began to tickle my nose. My stomach rumbled loudly, crying out with desire.
せっかちさんだね。少し待ってね。
Shiona took an apron off a nearby wall and put it on. Shiona's own sweet smell began to merge with the one of the cooking that had soaked into the apron.
さて
How can you smell that? What?
ご注文は何にいたしますか？
Okay, then what would you like to eat? Shiona had begun playing the role of a chef. Anything that I can put into my stomach would be good.
ダメレイ。こういう時は
Okay.
おすすめはって聞くものだよ。
So what do you recommend? I would?
うん。
Yeah, I...
そしたら私がほわわーっと温かな気持ちになれて料理がより美味しくなるの。
Yeah, then I'll feel all warm and fuzzy and the food will be even tastier, I hope. So, okay. Shiona smiled, pressing both hands against her chest. Okay, so what do you recommend? I repeated the words she had taught me.
はい。本日のおすすめはですね。
Orange.
オレンジ色のポワポワするスープです。
What the heck is powa powa? An orange powa powa soup. Okay. This was clearly a unique verbal expression. I had no idea what she meant. Okay, but it sounded like it would warm me up. Okay, then I'll have that soup.
かしこまりました。
Right away.
座って待っててね。
Shiona pointed to a chair at the nearby table. As I sat down, Shiona began to hum and cook. It was that song. The song she sang at the chapel. That warm, nostalgic feeling. As I felt as if I had heard it somewhere before. I began to hear the nice rhythmic sound of the kitchen knife. It merged with Shiona's song almost like it was a concert performance. Feeling no other desire than to hear this song for the rest of my days, I sat back and soaked it in. She began putting the ingredients into the oiled pot. Suddenly, a rich fragrance began to envelop the room. As the scent became stronger, my stomach began to growl more and more. She wasn't cooking for herself, she was cooking for me. It wasn't going to benefit her. Is this how humans act? Not everyone, but some or most, more or less. But then I realized something. At that moment, I was simply being entertained by Shiona. I wanted to be a partner. I wanted to be useful. Didn't I just decide I wanted to be useful? Can't I be useful to Shiona somehow? You're being useful by staying there, you know. Wasn't there something I could do to make her happy? I stood up from the chair and spoke to Shiona's back as she cooked. Shiona, is there something I can do?
すること
No, just sit
ない
back
よ。
and wait for the food.
座って料理ができるの待っていて。
Figured. I can't just sit here and have you cook for me.
うーん、
No, it's okay, don't
気
worry.
にしなくていいのにな。
Anything is fine, I just want to help.
そうだね。
Okay, that's nice.
部屋の掃除なんてどうかな。
Well, how about cleaning up a bit? Cleaning. That had a good sound to it. It sounded really helpful. You know, it's really helpful, yeah. Okay, cleaning. Where should I clean?
この部屋の隣にリビングがあるの。そこを掃除してくれる？
The living room is right next to the kitchen. Why don't you clean it up? I mean, I'm guessing it's already cleaned up, you know. But whatever. Shiona pointed to the door with her ladle. Got it. I'll take care of it while you're cooking. I entered the door she had pointed to and went into the living room. As I did, an herbal smell wafted to my nose. I took several deep breaths to try to determine its source. As I did, I began to look over the room. The living room was completely organized, without an unnecessary item to be found. The floor, the walls, and everything within the room was kept well cleaned. I thought so. Could it be that it had already been cleaned? Yes. You just being my, I think, controlled, or she just said that to make you stop talking to her because you're annoying. No, there had been some part of that hadn't been cleaned yet. Okay. Shiona had asked me to go clean after all. I picked up the duster in the corner of the room and began to clean. The table, the sofa, the decorative plants, the tops of the shelves. I dusted every single thing that was in the living room. Dust went flying around as I worked on the candle holders hanging from the ceiling. Evidently, Shiona's height prevented her from reaching some places. I continued to dust the higher locations. Each time I sent dust flying, I felt that I was being useful. As I continued, dust began to pile up on the table and shelves, and you have to clean it again. I mean, you had to clean it too. I exchanged the duster for a broom the size of my palm and began to collect dust. Then something happened as I was cleaning one of the shelves. My eyes came in contact with a picture on one of them. It was a picture of Shiona and a lone man. I felt as if I had seen that man somewhere before. Okay. I had. In the showcase glass of that town. Oh! That's me. My own image. which meant that this man was Shiona's older brother. Although we did look similar, there were some clear differences. The man in the photo had an expression on his face that I had never seen before. Next to Shiona's bright smile, he looked worried and irritated but was smiling all the same. A variety of his emotions mingled within his expression. Is this what she meant by brusqueness? I didn't quite know what emotions were captured in his photo of her brother, but it did express how well they got along as siblings. I touched my own face as I looked at the photo. I traced my cheeks, pulled on the ends of my eyebrows, and pushed in the corner of my mouth. I wondered what I could do to make that expression. If I could understand feelings, would I be able to naturally produce that kind of expression? I figured that the quickest way to fix these broken emotions was to come in contact with as many different kinds of emotion as possible. I recall that human children learn emotions by mimicking their parents' expressions. If so, I also came in contact with a variety of emotions and emulated them. Then, because even if the outside was fine, it would be a lie if the inside was not. Yes, that's true. No matter how you patch up a fake, the lie within it would show through. First, if I did not learn to experience joy and pleasure from within, I would not be able to smile. I needed to be helpful to Shiona. Seeing her smile would surely lead me to joy. I resumed cleaning. Next, I stumbled across a cubical object. It was a box with a handle on it, and was big enough that it would require both my hands to hold it. Okay. So the music box. What was it? I opened the lid. Okay. A gold disc-like object was inside. What was this disc? I tried turning the ladle, but nothing happened. The handle spun meaninglessly without any resistance.
Rei, できたよ.
Shiona had opened the door and come inside, bringing the smell of cooking with her. Once the smell hit my nose, I grunted involuntarily. Oh my
すごく綺麗になったね、レイ。
It's so clean in here. Yeah. As she looked over the room, a smile came to Shiona's face. Oh my god. How can I play again the sound? I'm so happy you've cleaned up this room, Ray. Can I play this again? Oh. Alright, I'm so happy you've cleaned up this room, Ray. It looks great. Thank you. Thank you. Those words satisfied something deep within me. But I didn't know what it was.
レイ、どうしたの
What
そ
do
れ
you have there, Ray? Looking at my hands, she cocked her head to the side. It was the wooden box with a ladle that did nothing when it was cranked. Shiona, what is this?
それはね、
Well, she took the box from me and opened up the lid. Inside was a regular metal plate with irregular protrusions on its surface. Shiona began to turn the ladle sticking out of the wooden box, but nothing in particular happened. Only the ladle was spinning, that was all.
これはね、オルゴールなの。本当はハンドルを回すと音楽が流れるはずなんだけど。
Since the disc inside wasn't spinning, it wouldn't make a sound. So it's broken. Yeah, right.
そう。ずっと前からこうなの。
It's been like this for a long time. Shiona touched the disc, a sad smile forming on her face.
これはね、お兄ちゃんの音楽が入ってるディスクなの。
Okay. Your brothers? That song you were singing.
そう。
How?
もうずっと聞いてないな。
Yeah, that's the one. I haven't heard it for a long time. It can't be fixed. Well, I don't know how.
直し方がわからないの。私やったことないから。でもね、いいの。
Ino. It's okay. Okay, it's okay for it to stay broken. Of course.
だって私、 お兄ちゃんの音楽覚えてるもの。
Yeah, because
そ
I
れだけで
remember my
十分だよ。
brother's music, and that's enough for me. Was that really enough for her? I think not, but you know, she doesn't want to bother you, I think. Or maybe make you worried. I wanted to fix my broken emotions. Leaving things broken seemed incredibly inefficient. Yeah, that's right. But Shiona was ready to leave the music box as it was. I just couldn't understand that at all. Shiona put the music box back in its place and looked back at me with a smile.
それよりレイ、
Anyway, Ray, the
オレン
orange
ジ色の
pom-pom was
ポワポワ
ready.
スープができてるよ。
Nice. Shiona led me back into the kitchen. We left the broken music box behind. The soup was sitting atop the table.